Okay, here we have a 2006 Honda Civic, just a regular Civic sedan. We're going to do the radiator. So what we have to do is there's a plastic piece that runs all the way. There's a couple clips, so there's one right there. There's one right there. One right there. And there's one right there. So once you take those out, you can wiggle the plastic like cover off if you will. So you take that off, throw that to the side. Then the front grille here, there's two Allen keys. So you take your 5mm Allen key and you just get in there. And you can undo these puppies just like this. Like I said, there's just two of them. There we go. Just like that. That's what they look like. 5mm. There. Now this front part is loose. You can see I did the other one on the other side. Now to get the rad out, it's kind of tight because it's in here. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to undo this steel brace. So there's a couple 10mm bolts. There's two there, and there's two there. I think there might be one on the inside. Yeah, and there is. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to. Maybe you can get it. I don't know if I can even get it, but anyway, I'm pointing at it. It's right there. So anyway, a couple 10mm, and then this whole center thing will come out. The rad will be loose. We'll undo the fans, take off the hoses, and we'll pop it out. Okay, so I got this bar off. You can see if I back up just like this, it goes just like this in front. So it was those bolts that I told you about earlier. There's actually, there was another one just behind here, and that's for the condenser. And there is a wire right here that plugs into the heater fan right there. Now, I found all I had to do was disconnect a few of them here, just unpop them. I didn't even clip them. I know a lot of guys will just cut them, but I didn't. There's these little holes in here, and actually you can get in with needle nose pliers like this, and you can squeeze the clips and they will release. So you don't have to take the whole thing off. You can still leave it connected there, just loosen it there, and then it's enough so you can just put it to the side without scratching any paint. And now that it's to the side, just like this, you can see our rad here is totally open now. So now we can just go ahead and taking off our hoses, our fans, and then we can just pull it right out. It's loose, just like that. Okay, and here we can see the rad is out. So you can see this one's actually kind of nice because it's an automatic transmission, and there's no automatic transmission cooler pipes on it, so it's actually pretty easy. So you just have the upper hose there, the lower hose there. So it's pretty easy, and then you have that little adapter there. You can see in the middle of the picture there that goes to the rad. So it's actually yeah, pretty easy. There's the connectors for the fans. So now we'll just do installation is in reverse of the removal. Pretty easy. Okay, as you can see, the radiator is getting there. So we got the fans. We dropped the fans in, and we bolted them back in. They have these little bolts with. They actually come with the radiator. Usually comes with new nuts because the nuts are pretty rusted. So there's the four of them there. We got the upper rad hose there. This one we're going to wait a bit because that's that piece there. And then make sure when you're changing the rad over, you take the rubbers off the old rad and put those on the new rad. And what I mean by that is, let's go over and take a look at the old rad. And there's little rubber things just on the end just to support it. So you got to change over that, as well as there's a sensor right there. And it's just a 17mm socket that'll change that over. So, and then there's actually one piece right here. This was the lower rad hose. There's a plastic piece. You just take the clip out and you can just pop it right off, and then you take the one from the factory rad and you from this one, which would have been the factory rad, you take it off and you put it onto the new rad that you're installing. So the rad didn't come with that piece. So, but you'll know that's pretty obvious once you get in there. So that's it. So now what I'm going to start doing is putting this top piece back on. I got my wires here, and this wire here, as we know, is for the fan. It's gonna clip right there. And then I didn't cut any of the clips, so they'll all pop right back into the body frame ever so nicely. So as you can see, we got the rad back in, everything's back in place. All the bolts are where they should be, clamps are where they should be. Once again, it was easy to do this job when you take this center piece off here. It makes doing the rad very easy on the vehicle when you do that. And now all we're gonna do is we're going to put this plastic piece back on, just like so. There you go. We're just gonna look there, slide everything through there. There's the hood release. You'll see you have to actually lift the hood release. It's hard to do it with one hand, but it'll almost, there you go, slide right in. Just like that. We'll tuck it back in. We'll put our clips back in, or we should have our clips. And last one right there. And then it's all done. Then it's just a matter of filling it up. And here we go, all back together.